Yeah, you see, for some time now, I have pounded over life. I have been thinking about the naturality of human existence, and I have concluded without any form of doubt that the human existence is as a result of a second cause. So, if the human existence is as a result of a second cause, then there is absolutely a first cause. And if the human existence, or if the first cause is known as light, it therefore means that the second cause, known as man or the human species, is equally light. But the truth of the matter, based on quantum physics, we would understand that the source that manifested itself to become the human species and the rest of creation is known as consciousness. Now, this consciousness is being aware of what you are made of where you come from, of what you are made of, and of course, how you are supposed to live. So it therefore means that if you are living out of the knowledge of consciousness, then it is because the environment has reprogrammed your originality, and because of that, you have lost your essence as man. So the entire human species is one mind, one consciousness. We are one and the same. We all are made of one mind. But the reason why there is a difference in our thinking, in our understanding, in our external achievement is because of the arrangement of our thinking. So we have poor people, we have rich people, we have sick and healthy, we have thieves, we have the beggars, we have prostitutes, and so forth. The prostitute and the righteous man are not different minds, they are one mind, just that the righteous man is conscious of his or her existence, whilst unrighteous is not aware of what they are made of. But before I go further, I want to make it clear that the definition of my righteousness and unrighteousness is not based on the precepts of religion or theology. It is based on the understanding of consciousness, because sin is when you lose focus in life. Sin is when you become a drifter, whilst righteousness is when you have a definite purpose towards achieving something big in life that will have an impact in the rest of humanity. So it means to avoid sinning, then there must be the need for righteousness. So now, the human species is lost in the forest because of the fact that we have embraced what is known as religion, what is known as education, what is known as politics, what is known as commerce or banking. Everything the Western world has told the world, especially Africa, is a very big lie. Anything that they tell you that it is wrong is right, and whatever they tell you it is right is wrong. If you have the power or the capacity to do your research 5 minutes every day, you would find out that the black race is made of a much stronger frequency that has the capability of connecting to consciousness and making an impact in this life. But we have been submerged under the umbrella of religion and politics and banking, of course, a lot, and we have lost our value, our identity, our true self. Why is this so? Now, when you take religion, the Western world is making the African world to understand that we are made of different religious backgrounds, that some are known as the Mohammedans, that's the Muslims, and others are known as Christians. This is nothing but absolute division. The creator that made life available to the human being is no respecter of religion. The creator is the father of all humans alike. So religion has always put division in mankind so that we'll be able to introduce the idea of racism, the idea of religious differences, so that when you are a Christian, you feel that the Muslim is inferior, and when you are a Muslim, you feel that the Christian is inferior. It is basic exhibition of ignorance. The creator is no respecter of religion. The only true form of religion is the natural and the abundance of the immensity of the creation our eyes behold every day. You do not even need, even in your ungratefulness, to not receive blessings from the creator. Even in our ungratefulness, the creator still abounds in our lives with abundance. That is who the God who created mankind is. The God that created us is a God of unconditional love. It is us human beings who, after all, created another God who is sitting up in heaven and agitating and deciding to favor who or him and who not. It doesn't just make sense to the human species. The education, the formal form of education introduced to the African world has given us more headache than before. Education is not subjected to the four corners of the classroom. That kind of education is to teach you some kind of accumulated knowledge so that you would come out and begin to work for your masters, so that after 30 or 35 years you go back home as a retired personnel and they'll give you peanuts where you would wait till you die. You have no impact in this life. It doesn't make any difference. The banking system is a trick. The political system is a trick. And that is why Thomas Paine describes government as a necessary evil. What makes someone think that they have the moral right to have authority and a chunk of the people have moral obligation to obey authority? It doesn't make any sense. It is when we all have freedom, equality, when we all have what is known as power. When government comes into the life of the people, it makes the people forget of their rights. When religion, theology of man comes into the people, it makes them forget of their moral duties. But the best form of morality is to see yourself in the face of your neighbor. This is the reality of life that we have neglected for over thousands of years. We have been pushed to the wall with some kind of unrecognized emotions that we are worshipping the ancestors of a foreign land and leaving our own land. It doesn't make any sense. Everything is